Yo. Alrighty. Much better. Sorry, I gotta play some music for myself. Hang on. There we go. Sorry. It's taking me a second. My phone's being a little derpy. Alright. Welcome to the stream, guys. Now I am going to teach you how to do this overlay setup or something similar on your YouTube channel. Now personally I'm using this because I have no capture card, so I don't have an option. I'm broke. I can't get one, so I had to figure out a way. So all you need to pull this off successfully is three things: internet, decent internet, you need a computer, and you need your PS4. That's it. You're going to need 2 accounts on your PS4, so make your main account, or whatever account you're currently playing on, keep that as your main. The account you're going to be creating is going to be strictly for bringing the stream over to the computer. So what you're going to want to do is have both accounts signed in on your PlayStation 4 at first. Account A will be your main. Account B will be your stream. You're going to sign in, log in with account B, go to settings, and go to accounts. Let me pull this up and show you guys. So here I'm going to go ahead and pull up the PS4 Remote Play app. for the computer. You can get that directly from Sony's website, from the PlayStation website. So go there and install that. It's going to check for an update every time it opens. So you're going to be met with this screen. Now if you have a controller connected, it's going to automatically go to the next screen and tell you to hit the options button on your controller in order to start. Or you can control it with your mouse. But first you're going to want to go over to settings and sign in with your PlayStation B account, your stream account. So my main account that I play on is EX10DU5. So my stream account or troll account is EX_2BG. Now if I'm playing on X2BG, I'll sign out here and I'll sign back in with my EX10 account. So you sign in on whatever account you're not using to play. Your resolution settings depends on your internet connection speeds. Obviously right here it says try standard, which is 540, or low, which is 360, if you get some video or audio skipping while doing this. I have decent internet. I leave it on 720. That's why it looks better during the stream. Frame rate is, as far as I know, standard is 30 frames per second, high is 60. However, some features are not available during that. For most of you, just leave it to standard, it'll be fine. You can use the keyboard on your computer for text entry or, not. But this is the important part. So you're going to click change, register manually. You can let it do it on its own, but I have multiple PlayStation 4s in this house, so I can't do it that way. I have to do it manually. So I'm going to go to manual. It's going to ask for numbers. So I'm going to pull up the Remote Play app, right? Let's see. Start. It should be registered to my console, and it should turn my system on for me. As long as it's in rest mode, this will automatically wake it up. Yes, it did it to my nutshills. Cool. So I just woke up. I'm sure you heard that. And here is the Remote Play app. So this is what you're going to be rebroadcasting so that you can do your overlay. See how it's kind of glitchy at times? You will experience that. I'm on high, like I said. I could go down to standard. It'll generally be a little clearer, but the quality of the game's a little less. And that's just because I'm streaming and doing all this at once with a bunch of music going and everything else going. It's normally not like this, and I just made changes to the computer so that I could show you how to do this. It wasn't working in OBS. So as far as the computer goes, you're going to need OBS Studio. I'm typing this in chat, by the way. And that's really all you need. OBS Studio, PS4 Remote Play app for your computer, and 2 accounts on your PS4. So anyway, here we go. So what you want to do, and notice I'm signed in on X2BG here, logged in. That's for the stream, remember. This is the account I actually play on. So you hit the PS button once you log in with your other account, so you switch over. And congratulations, you're now streaming on your computer. If you don't know how to use OBS, there's plenty of YouTube videos about that. Learn how to set that up. You're just using a window capture for the PS4, and I will walk you through all of those steps. The Remote Play app, you download and install, and it walks you through the setup. Just read the screen. Just remember, sign in on account B, your streaming account, your backup account for the remote play, and then actually play on your main account. This allows you to play with no delay, no input delay, because your controller's not going through the computer, through the internet, to the PS4. You don't have that delay. It's flawless, seamless. You get a much better latency time as far as that whole thing goes. When you're streaming from the PlayStation, you got a decent delay, like 20-30 second delay sometimes, in order to... Hang on, I'm pulling up chat, by the way, guys. It shut off on me. Can't listen to that in the background, and this. Jordan, probably, we'll probably be getting off after like 5 hours from now, 6 hours from now. But we will probably be on in 4 hours from now. We'll be getting on as soon as he tells me to go pick him up from work, which should be anytime in the next hour. And we'll be on until we go to sleep. So yeah, back to this. You're going to end up going over here to settings. Mind you, I switched back already. I almost screwed up. Oh yeah, I just click it on the computer to switch back over to the other account. So on here, you're going to go over to settings and down to remote play connection settings, add device. I can't do it because I'm connected here, but it's going to give you some numbers. You take those numbers and you punch them in on this screen. Register manually and punch those numbers in right here and register, and it'll be linked to that PlayStation. Now once you've done that, you hit start. It'll load up your stream account and log you into that account, and watch as that happens. You'll note the controller ends up going off as soon as it connects, so that you can connect it to the computer. generally. Let's see, it's still connecting. It's because I'm logged into the other profile. If you're only logged in with that one, it'll drop it. But since I'm logged in with this one on this controller, it doesn't drop it. Come on. Alright, this looks like absolute trash right now. So I'm going to close it and reopen it. And mind you, if your PS4 is in rust mode, this will wake it up. So you can take your laptop on the go and play games. But don't expect to play anything like Rainbow Six. Anything that requires quick reactions, precise aiming, is not going to work through the internet. Alright, so seeing as this keeps crapping out with the glitching, I'm going to bring the resolution down. So I'll go to settings, resolution down to standard, frame rate down to standard. Much quicker that time and much crisper. Alright, so there you go. Now you have the Remote Play app loaded up on your computer and set up for your streaming. Now you go ahead and go over to OBS. And you are going to want, hang on. Let me get this a little smaller so you don't have to worry about all that. And you're going to have nothing in scenes and sources. So you're going to click the plus down here in scenes, down in the lower left corner. Enter the name, so you know, PS4, PS4 Remote Play, whatever you want to name it. The name doesn't matter. It's just so you know what you're doing, what you're clicking on. Once you have a new scene, your sources are going to be blank. Now you'll notice I have different sources for different things. So you're going to have a blank source list. You click the plus. You're going to need to add a window capture. You know, PS4 RP, PS4 Remote Play. Go to window match priority and go to executable name. So it gets it better. It glitches out sometimes. And then go to window and you'll see a bunch of remoteplay.exe stuff. The streaming toolbar and the remote on-screen keyboard. You don't need to worry about those. They're just different bars. That's where the ticker would be in the top of the screen. That's where the keyboard would end up coming up or covering the messages. You're going to want the PS4 Remote Play with the executable name. And I say do not capture cursor, so if you happen to move your mouse over it, you're not going to see the mouse in the screen. Unless you want to point to something to people with the mouse, you can put the capture cursor on. If this glitches out and it's blank, check multi-adapter compatibility. That usually clears it right up for me. You see that blink there? It kind of just refreshes the thing and you're good to go. You hit OK. And now that's the only thing in our source. So what we're going to want to do is right click on it and transform. Since we probably want this full screen, we're going to fit to screen, stretch to screen. Either way, you know, if the aspect ratio is different, you might want to stretch to screen, but it may warp some of the stuff, so you may want to fit to screen. It really depends what you want to do. Some of you will have slightly reduced screen size so that you can have banners and chat and everything shown. However you need to do it, do it. Or you could right click on it and transform and fit to screen. And now I'm going to want to add my overlay or my video capture, my camera. But because my overlay has a slot for the camera, I'm going to want to do the overlay first. So I go image, overlay, because I added it, but you would go hit the plus, you would go to image, add a new image, make the source visible, and then find your file. And I unload image when not showing. That means if it's not on the screen, it's taken out of memory, it's using less system resources, your computer has more available to process your stream and encode better. So I already have my overlay on there, so that's where my overlay would be located, and I'll unload when not showing, but it's always showing. So now my overlay for Rainbow Six with my camera section, I know it's fuzzing up, guys, my apologies, but you want the overlay above your window so that it's shown. If you do it the other way, you will not see the overlay. So you can just drag these around to reorder them. And now my video capture device, you would just add a new one. You select your device, you know, the laptop's built-in camera or my webcam that's up there. You can deactivate and activate if it glitches out and won't show. Depending on your stuff, you may be able to change some of these settings. I don't generally mess with anything in here. I leave it all on its own. Flip it if you have to for some reason. And then I hit OK. Now this is where it gets tricky because the aspect ratio of my camera is different than that of the overlay. So what I do is I bring the size in a little, and then I line this top left corner up with the top left corner of that box. I shrink this side in past the edge and then bring it out to the edge. Sit back in your, you know, spot, however you'd be sitting. Line yourself up. Alright, so I know my face is right around here, which is now about centered. Now this is obviously over. We're going to want this under the overlay, but above the window of the remote play. So here you go, you got this setting now. We're sitting here. That's how you're going to see it. But we obviously want this to go away, above and below. So you find the edge here, and you don't get the bar like you do in Windows, but you hold Alt on the keyboard, and then you click and drag, and it'll go green. And that means that's being cropped off. So I'll bring it in a little bit so I can see the edges. And now my camera's set up for the overlay. Now over here you'd hit microphone, you'd hit the gear on the side, and then properties, and then pick your device that you want to use. Desktop audio, whatever your sound is actually coming through, if it's your HDMI, your speakers, whatever, pick it here. Sometimes it glitches out even though it's only one default, and speakers that do the same thing. Sometimes I have to switch and then go back. And yeah, welcome to overlays with no capture card very easily compared to what I expected to go through. Now there are a few downsides to this. Obviously, if you think about it logically, you're on two separate accounts. Your A or main account is in the game playing, while your B stream account is on the dashboard, technically, not in the game. So you will not be able to hear people talking. To solve that, you have to go into party chat. Say you're playing Rainbow Six like we do. It's teams of 5. Normally we'd bring the party size to 5 so that it's just us. Well, we need to move it to 6. We need to be able to bring that other account in. Now, if you have a microphone to use on your computer through OBS, you're much better off that way to get your voice into the stream as opposed to going through the headset mic, because you will hear your own voice through your B account. So you mute your B account from your A account, and then you use the microphone through the computer to get your voice in the stream. You won't hear yourself over your B account, and the stream will, regardless of people's privacy settings, unfortunately, anybody in the party will be heard in the stream. So just let your people know that they will be heard even if they have their shit set to not be heard through this setup, potentially. And if they are not okay with that, then hit you up when you're not streaming, I guess. But if you're too broke to afford a capture card, that's how you do it. What up, Joe? So yeah, it's actually very, very easy to do this. It looks a lot more professional, in my opinion, than the PlayStation's format. Obviously, you can customize your layout to have one layout period, or you can have a different layout for each different game and make it look that much better. It's just more work. The better your stream looks, honestly, the better payout you're going to get. The more people are going to subscribe to you, you know, the more people are going to be interested and stick around and watch. You know, you can get a lot of people watching you off just the PlayStation's format, don't get me wrong. But you'll get much better results with a good layout. If you thought you were doing good that way, switch to this, and I guarantee you'll see results. Small shit makes all that difference. And I can still chroma key the camera that's shown on screen. I have my green cloth over there hanging on the wall. I just need to get something to set it up behind me. And then you use OBS to chroma key that out. And because it's OBS, you have much more control over your chroma key. But you also need to have good lighting. The PlayStation does a better job in lower light situations. I will give them credit for that. I just think PlayStation should add an option for me to take my overlay file, put it onto a thumb drive, put it onto the PlayStation, or go through the PlayStation website and upload it that way or something, so that it uses that layout when I stream. So I don't have to do all this. No, the only problem I'm having right now is this webcam spot is built into the overlay. So I can't move it until I go into Photoshop, crop this section out, and drag that box to wherever I want it. Which is easy enough. It could also help, probably even do it in some free programs, if you don't have any of them, but if you got the pro programs, use them. Get your money's worth. Shit's is expensive. What's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I just went through very briefly, very quickly, very roughly how to get your stream with an overlay through the PlayStation with no capture card. If anybody ever needs help, let us know. No. Any questions? How's it going? How's your day? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Just trying to show people that they don't need a capture card to get an overlay on their PlayStation. Our name is Two Bro Gamers, and we are Two Bro Gamers, and we can't afford a capture card right now, so I figured out a way to get this all going with no capture card and very, very minimal delay. Very less delay, a lot less delayed than using one of those restream services that adds an overlay. You have full control over everything through that. It's quite cool. I'm about to have to leave here in a few minutes, guys, and go grab Chino from work. And then we will be back here to stream. We'll probably be playing, I don't know, most likely Rainbow, but we'll see. We do have some other stuff we could play. And I do have PlayStation Now, and I can actually use this method to do that as well, and stream PlayStation Now games. Except instead of using the Remote Play app, you use the PlayStation Now app, and instead of doing the window capture to PS4 Remote Play, you do it to PlayStation Now. Done. Same thing with the overlay, the camera, same steps for all that. You just change it, window from PS4 Remote Play over to PlayStation Now app. And you play on your main account or your backup or whatever that way, wherever your PlayStation Now is. So yeah, again, just to show you can, I'm going to enter rest mode. And I'm going to go over here on the computer. Connection has been lost because it shut down. It is off. I'll move the microphone a little closer. Hopefully you can hear it. So it's off. And my other hand's on the mouse. A little high. I'm sure you heard that. So now you see it still says connecting to the PS4. We have to go over to OBS. Remember I said multi-adapter compatibility, check and uncheck. And you're good to go. Turn it on. Not to mention you can also use this method I logged in on the PlayStation with the app, so it's been lost. That's why you can't stream and play from the same account this way. You have to have that backup account. But you can use this method to actually play on your computer if you don't have access to a screen, or say, you know, your family member wants to watch a show. You can set that up real quick, hop onto the laptop, go off to your room with just the laptop and leave the PlayStation out there and play. You just connect your controller to the system, not through the computer. You connect your controller to your main account. Your PlayStation PS Remote Play shit is your streaming B account. Just remember that. And you'll be straight. What's up, Icon? I'm about to leave and go grab Sheen. In just a minute here. So yeah, that, my friends, is how you get PS4 Overlay with no capture card. And look how crispy that looks, generally. And it's definitely, you can go full screen here and log into your main profile. PS button to switch over. Okay. And that is how you can quickly access challenges in Rainbow. Just note, keep in mind guys, this removes all privacy filters from the PlayStation. Everything is shown on screen. Everything that pops up on your computer is shown, depending if you're using a display capture, or window capture, or what, but you know how normally you're streaming through the PlayStation's built-in thing? Well, now you're gonna have the same thing, like you get a message and the black box comes up. That's not gonna happen. Like I said, if anything shows up personal, address, credit card, anything on the computer, it is going to be shown to the world. So you got to be very, very careful when streaming through your computer. Make sure you remember everything you're saying is being broadcast to the world. Don't be telling people your address. No matter how close they are, the stream could hear it or see it. Don't order food. Don't. Be mindful that you shut your sources down before you do anything like that. Shutting sources down, let me pull up OBS. This little eye that you can see, you can click on it and it'll make that item disappear. You know, if this is a display capture and you're going to do something, typing in a password that might be shown or something, uncheck it, do what you gotta do, recheck it. Be safe. Don't be stupid. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta go grab Chino. Have a good one, guys. Catch you guys in hopefully like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so for the stream. Peace.